Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is one of the most exciting videos of the year, which is my makeup inventory series. So for the past few years, I have been showing you my whole makeup inventory. The timing has been a little bit different, but it's generally right before or right after it turns to the new year. And this is part 2 of this series because I simply have so much makeup that I can't fit it all into one video. Or I suppose I could, but I feel like a video that's over an hour long is too much. As it is, this video is probably going to be far too long. I'm expecting it to be somewhere around 45 minutes, so hopefully I have cut it down. I will not be doing a book that I'm reading lately in this video simply because it is so long, but I did include that in the previous video, so go check that out. And if you're curious about how my collection this year compares to previous years, you can also watch my previous years of inventory videos. I like to think that every year my collection improves, at least somewhat. Some categories are pretty similar from year to year, but there's definitely been some changes over the past year. But because this is such a long video, I don't want to say too much, so let's just get into it. We're going to be talking about all of my eyeshadows and all of my lip products. Those are the two main categories in this video, but because I have so many in each of those categories, it's a big one. So let's just hop into it and please enjoy. Hello, welcome back. This is part 2, as I would have mentioned in the intro, to this year's makeup inventory, where I'm showing you all of the products in my makeup collection, breaking down the numbers and talking about what my goals are. I did a previous video where I talked about how many items I would like in my ideal makeup collection, so I will link that here. So in that video, I did all of my face products, all of my mascaras, blushes, bronzers. In this video, we were talking about all of my eyeshadows and lip products, as well as some kind of miscellaneous categories like eyebrows briefly, and also like eyelid primers. So we're going to start with eyebrows and lid primers, and then we are going to head over to the most exciting category, which is of course eyeshadow. So as you can see, I don't have that many products here, but I actually have 2 more eyeshadow duos like this, eyebrow duos like this in my bag of backup products, which I will move on to when this is done, because as you can see, there's not that much left. I have been toying with the idea of making a video showing you what is in my backstock bag, because I know everyone's got one of these, right? Everyone's got, whether it's just skincare or some makeup products. I know I say not to stock up on products, and I don't intentionally. At this point, I'm really just stocking up on skincare products because those are the things that I go through frequently, and I know how frequently I go through them, especially moisturizer. But I do have some backup makeup products from things that either people gifted to me or from back before I started this no-buy. And that seems like a long time ago because I have been on some form of makeup no-buy or low-buy for 5 years now. But with powder products like eyebrows, I'm fine if I bought that 5 years ago. I know not everyone would be. That is a big preface, but basically all I'm saying is if you are interested in seeing a video where I show you all of the products in my backstock, backup bag, let me know. Also let me know if you have a bag like that and if it's overflowing, if you've got a lot of stuff in there or what's going on with that. So first, let's talk about this Sonia Kashuk product. It is now the beginning of December, of course, and so I have been telling myself for ages now that I want to finish this by the end of the year. I'm not positive that I can do it, but I still have hope. It's just kind of unfortunate that I'm not filming this on the last day of 2023 so that I can show you if I finished it or not. But yeah, this is a duo from Sonia Kashuk, and it's really gratifying to see how close this is to being done because this kind of product, it takes forever. Eyebrow products take a long time because, you're just using them on a very small part of your face. And also, powder products are just really, really satisfying to finish because you can watch the pan. So I've got that, and then I've got the 2 backups. I'll insert a picture of them here or something. I just could not go hunting for them right now. But this is the one brow product I have. I also have another brow pencil like this, which I can include a picture of, but this one is from Annabelle. I've been working on it for a very, very long time. This is still my favorite brow product I've ever used. And this is what comes with me if I go on like a short weekend away or a weekend trip, because it's just easy. Like this takes a little bit more work, and it's also a powder, so if it's super hot out like it was on my last 2 trips, then it just doesn't work as well as like a waxy brow pencil. So I still love this. And then I've got 2 brow gels. So first let's talk about this Merit one, because I think it's almost done. Can you even see the writing anymore? Yeah. So it just feels like it's really drying up. You can see there's still some product there, but not that much. I mostly use a almost dried up mascara for my brows these days, so I haven't been getting a ton of use out of this, but I definitely could pan it if I wanted to. Like this probably doesn't have more than a month's use out of it. Like if I use this 30 days in a row, I would finish it up. It's just so beautiful. Like I just love gold packaging like this. Here's another example, this highlight. It makes me not want to finish the product that's in it. I should just buy like exclusively gold makeup products, you know? It would make me so happy. And then we've got this Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer. This is kind of weird, to be honest. Like the way that it sticks to your hairs, I don't love. It's almost like a little centipede. I don't know if the focus is really gonna work, but this is a weird product for sure. And then there, I've swatched it on my finger. So you can tell the tones are different. Like that one is more taupey, the Merit one, and that one is more browny. So this is a bit, like it's not too dark. It's just, it's a weird shade on me. I think it's like too warm and my brows tend towards more cool. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but yes, those are the 4 brow products that are currently in my rotation, though as I mentioned, I do have other brow products in my collection. Now let's move on to eyelid primers briefly. This is not a very exciting category, but I just feel like I need to mention it. So first, of course, I have the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, just a basic. This is maybe the most foolproof of all 4 of these. Like it completely prevents any kind of creasing, but it's not actually my favorite because it doesn't have any like shade at all. Oh no, there's less in here than I thought. I find it really just like blends into my eye, and I would prefer something that had more pigment. That is why this MAC Painterly Paint Pot is actually my favorite, even though I don't find it as crease proof. You see, there's just more pigment, and so it covers up like the veininess of my eyelids better. But both of these I've had for a very, very long time, and yeah, they're just staples for me. This one I've actually had the longest. This is the NYX Milk Jumbo Crayon. I really don't like it, and I know some people use it in different ways, like kind of as highlight or down the bridge of the nose. I don't use it that way. I basically only use it as lid primer, but maybe I should try to use it on my nose, like to highlight. I don't know, it just seems so like thick, and like it would be really, really obvious that I'm using just like a white pencil. So I don't love it, but I have kept it around. Who knows why? And then this is the NYX Glitter Primer. I got this because it was so highly recommended by so many people saying it just really enhances your glitter or shimmery eyeshadows. I don't find that it makes enough of a difference to warrant owning this product, because most of the time when I should use it, I just forget. Like it's just, I don't know. It seems like such a hassle to use 2 lid primers before you even start putting on eyeshadow. I don't have a problem remembering to put on 1 lid primer, but 2, it's too much for me, man. So I have not ever gotten into the habit of using this, but I always aspire to one day, maybe. Okay, those are the boring categories. Let's move on to eyeshadow now. We're gonna start with eyeshadow palettes and then move on to single eyeshadows. Oh man. I am actually not sure if this category is at all different from the previous year. Let's compare. So last year I had 11. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, well, once again, we must be missing some because that is not correct, I don't think. I feel like I've added this year. We've got those two, that's 4. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are all ColourPop. Wow. Those are Juvia's Place. Ooh, how could I forget? Okay, you know what it is? I decluttered my MAC palette this year, and Shauna decluttered the Sweet Talk palette to me. So I have the same number as last year, which is 11, but a slightly different like categorization. Before, I think for a while, the MAC one, like I'd been thinking about decluttering it for a while, and now I don't know what the next one that I would declutter is. Probably this one or this one. Those are the ones that I feel like I gravitate towards the least, but let me put them all out and we'll talk about it. Okay, I think that's gonna be the best that I can arrange them, to be honest. Can you see all of them, kind of? Okay, so we've got Melt Cosmetics Gemini. I guess I'll open them all up. This one I think I've only had for a year, and even though this looks very like fall Halloween-y, like looking at it now, I wear this a lot more in the winter months, I think. So I should bring this into my like daily rotation very soon. I'm actually filming this on November 27th, so maybe as of December I will switch this in. Then we've got the Naked Heat palette. I re-fell in love with this year. Honestly, I was thinking maybe I don't love this anymore, but after having it in my daily makeup rotation for a long time, I realized this is still like my perfect palette, basically. This one I really did not use that much because it was decluttered to me shortly before this Huda palette was decluttered to me, and I ended up loving this so much that I basically forgot about this one. It's got some shades that I definitely don't have anywhere else in my collection, like that one there, that one, and these icy ones, and even some of these taupe ones. I mean, I don't like taupes, so that's why I don't have them elsewhere in my collection. I also don't like blues, but like really nice shimmers, even if they're not the types of shades that I would reach for. That one, those two, this one here, like these are nice shades that I would reach for, so I should try to get more out of this, and maybe I'm onto something with this idea of using one blush per month. Maybe I should do one palette per month because I have 11 palettes. I don't know, I will have to think on that. Then we've got the Warrior 2 by Juvia's Place. This one has gotten more use than the other one because these 3 middle shades I use as blushes. That orange one is just beautiful, and it is very pigmented, so it is a bit challenging, but I don't have any other orange blushes, so I love it. That one's a bit more basic, but kind of like a dark dusty rose. And then that one, well, actually I don't think I use it very much as a blush. I think I've tried it before, but you can see some brush marks in there, I think because I have used it as an eyeliner before, just like an eyeshadow eyeliner. These brown ones I've used as bronzer before, but they are too pigmented. This taupe, not really for me. Like these shades can be used on the face or the eyes, so that's handy. But I look at this and right away I think, oh, I would use those 3 and that might be it. So this is one of those cases where I'm like, single eyeshadows would be a lot better for me with this palette, but it's still beautiful and I'm happy to have it. And then we've got this one. This is actually in my current makeup rotation because I realized I haven't reached for it in ages. And I think it's just a bit too cool toned for me. Like I will insert pictures of some of the looks that I've done with this and they're really nice, but like they're just too cool gold. I prefer like a warm orangey gold rather than a silvery gold, and this skews more towards like a yellow gold. You know, just beautiful, beautiful tones, but I don't know. I think it's too yellow gold for me. I love yellow, but I don't love yellow gold. So I think I need to get more use out of this, but I think that there's also a reason why I have not got that much use out of it. Wow, look at those. I'm running out of places to swatch on my hand. Okay, then we got the Orange You Glad classic spring summer palette for me, but I didn't get too much use out of it this year, unfortunately, because I did get this new Sweet Talk palette this year, but beautiful. Just amazing oranges. Then we got the Yes Please palette. This is another that I have not been using as much as I should. That yellow, I wish more of these shades were yellow, because I feel like I've got these ones in other palettes, you know, like I've got other oranges, I've got other shimmer shades, but I don't really have other yellows. So I wish this had more yellows, but still just a lovely summery orange palette for me. And then let's go down to the last row. This is the Huda Light. This is a classic go-to palette for me. I love the springiness of this, the rosiness. I love pinks on my eyes. So this is a nice light palette. And then this one, this is all mattes, which I really appreciate because I've realized lately that I actually prefer an all matte look on myself. Like if I'm going to like a nice event, something like where I want to know that my makeup is going to look its like absolute best, I'm not going to play around with shimmers, because I feel like shimmers, it could go either way. It could look really, really beautiful, but I could accidentally apply it over like too much of my eye, or I could apply too much shimmer. And anyways, mattes are just a classic go-to. These shades are not as pigmented as I would like, so I don't reach for it as frequently as I would say the Naked palette, but it's still like a good handy sized palette. And then we've got the Sweet Talk, which is my one new palette this year. This is from ColourPop. Shauna decluttered it to me and I love it. These are just the most beautiful rosy shades. I love the sparkles in this. Now these types of shimmer eyeshadows, this is what I prefer. I don't reach for that one because it is more of that, like, I don't know, it's too bronzy, I think. I just prefer more rosy shimmers. So this has been really, really lovely, and it's very pinky. And then this is the e.l.f. palette. This is the palette I reach for when I want like matte pinks, because these are a little bit more peachy, almost orange, but this row of pinks is great. It is very, very old, but I still feel like it has a place in my collection. And wow, I just talked about eyeshadows for so long, but those are all of the eyeshadow palettes in my collection as of right now. I'm happy with the number 11, but I still feel like I'm not getting as much use out of all of these as I should. So I should create some kind of system to make sure that I'm getting use out of all of them. Let me know if you have any suggestions, and let's move on to single eyeshadows. Okay, this is a category that I've really, really whittled down, and I'm very, very happy about that, but I still feel like there's a lot of these that I do not use very much at all. So let's sort of categorize them. I'm also having that feeling of like, am I missing any here? But hopefully not. So let's talk about these three first, because these are the three that I use the least. This is from Pixi. It's just like a black olive sparkle, which I don't use that at all. I really should declutter this. It's just so pretty. It's so nice. I'm not going to swatch it because my hand is already a disaster, but it's a very, very dark shade. This is good as an eyeliner, but if I wanted to use a black eyeliner, I would just use a black eyeliner. I wouldn't use a black eyeshadow. This one is from Wet n Wild. This is good when you just need some like random shimmer, not even necessarily on your eyes. Like I use this on my collarbone, shoulders, cheekbones sometimes. It's just good for like a well dispersed shimmer. Oh, it's probably expired though. Had a long time. And then this is just a black eyeshadow from Topshop. I always feel like, oh, it's handy to have a black eyeshadow, even though it's clearly not handy for me because I don't use it. This is in the shade Blackboard, and it was apparently $2. Let's move on to these three. They're from Revlon. This one I use the most by far. These two, I don't use as their own shades, but they're actually very, very good as eyeshadow primers. So sometimes I use them under other things. This one I would use by itself. I wish it was a bit warmer. It's still a bit too cool tone for my preferences, but it's a nice shimmer, and this is a really, really good formula. This one obviously is much more pink. Have some use out of it, clearly. If I'm doing like a pink eyeshadow look, then sometimes I will use this as like the base shade. And then this one is gold. And yeah, I don't love gold on my eyes, as we've established, so I don't reach for this one very much. These are the ones that I like more, although let's talk about this one first because I got it most recently. I got this in I think a buns trade or maybe a carrot trade, and this is from Lady Gaga's brand, the only thing I've tried from her brand, and it's supposed to be a 3-in-1 product, so you can use it on your lips, your cheeks, or your eyes. However, in my experience, it has not worked well at either of those things. I think I only tried it once, and the experience was so weird that I have not used it again since. It's just so shimmery. Like, I can maybe picture using that on my eyes, but on my cheeks, like what? I'll insert a picture so you can see what I'm talking about, but it's so weird. Like, as a lip shade, it's also so weird. So I like it in theory, but on myself, I don't know. This is probably my favorite single eyeshadow. This is from NYX, just a beautiful rosy gold shade. Now, when I say I like bronzy tones, if they're like pinkish, this is what I'm talking about. This is the perfect shade for me. You can make it look more pink or more brown or bronzy depending on what you're using it in tandem with, but this is beautiful. This is in the shade, we'll never know, Fahrenheit maybe? This one was decluttered to me by Shauna, and it's a really nice dispersed shimmer. So the shimmer is much more dispersed than the NYX one, and it's got more of a like orangey browny shade. This is really, really nice by itself. I don't usually use this in tandem with other eyeshadows. This is a good like one and done shadow. And then this is actually a highlight duo in Mo Honey and Afternoon Snack, the Kilowatt Freestyle highlighter duo, but it is too dark for highlight for me, so I just use it as eyeshadow. I haven't used this in a while. I'm really running out of space here because I have lately not been loving gold, but it's kind of like a bronzy gold, so I should try to reach for this, especially in the winter, like the holidays. I think this is beautiful with a red lip, so maybe I will bring that into my everyday makeup bag now. But yes, those are all of my single eyeshadows. Again, unless I've forgotten any. So we've got 3, 6, 10. 10 is a good number. I'm happy with that number. How many is in my goals? Let's see. 7 to 10. And the last time I counted, I had 12, which is confusing to me because I decluttered 1 recently, but not 2. So I'm not entirely sure why that number went down so much, but yes, that is my single eyeshadow collection. It's so much better than it used to be. I should insert a picture of what it used to look like because I had so many of these in the past and I just didn't like them. So I'm really happy with where this is looking now. What we've got left to do is eyeliners and lip products, but I'm very hungry and this hand is a disaster, so I think I'm gonna go take a break for lunch and I'll be right back. I started filming this just after 11 and it's now 2 p.m. If that gives you some hint as to how long it takes to film these types of videos. I've only taken 1 break so far. I just had lunch. And it is slowly getting darker outside, so maybe I should turn down this light so it's like equal on both sides. I also realized that I forgot this eyebrow product, which I should probably move on to this after finishing the brow powder because this is a cream, so it expires faster and there's clearly a lot left. This is from MAC. It is in the shade Dirty Blonde. So yeah, forgot about that one because it was with my eyeliners, not with my brow product. But here we have all of my liners. Let's divide it up by color. Or color and brand, I think. that is a lip liner, in fact. Okay, there we go. So we've got two browns. This is from Wet n Wild. I am trying to pan this. It has been quite a process. This one is from Nude Sticks. I don't use it that much just because I so rarely, like, it's almost more of an eyeshadow. I think I've categorized this as an eyeshadow in the past. Kind of need to sharpen it. But I use it along the lash line. I don't use this all over the lid. I use it more like a blended out eyeliner. It's nice. I don't know. I never reach for products like that. And then we've got 5 black eyeliners, which is definitely too many. Only one of these is a liquid liner. The others are all pencil liners. But I have already decluttered this down quite a bit. I actually did an eyeliner declutter at the beginning of 2023, so I will link it here. But this, I mean, it seems like a lot of eyeliners, but I used to have, I think, like 2.5 times as many. I haven't even counted yet. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. So we have 15 eyeliners, and yes, that's a lot, but I think I used to have like high 20s, maybe even into the 30s. So I really curated this down. But sorry, let's continue on this. We've got one from KVD. That one is NYX, Wet n Wild, Rimmel. I don't even know what brand this is. Maybe Rimmel or Collection Personnel. This one is, I think, the Ulta Home brand. I've had it for absolute ages. These 4 are the Urban Decay double-ended liners. This one is Bonnie Bell. I never use this. Absolutely never. It is a nice color though. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I should put that into my makeup bag at the moment. This one, I only use the cream side. I don't use the purple end because I just don't use purple eyeliners, which is probably why I don't use that one. And then this is a nude shade, which I know that's kind of a thing now, like putting a nude shade in your waterline. I just never do it. This is also useful to like clean up any pencil liner, you know, sort of like underneath if you want it a bit more crisp, but I also forget to reach for that a lot. I actually did pan this product this year. You see the black end, and I still have the purple side left, but as I mentioned, I never use purple. You can't really tell it's purple there. Can you see? It's a very, very dark purple, so it almost looks black in some light, but you can tell it's purple close up. I think I'm going to declutter this actually. I'm deciding right now because I don't like purple. Like I would just always rather reach for a black eyeliner, even though like the formula of this is very nice. I have these 3 other ones that I can always use. So I am going to declutter this. Someone can enjoy the other end of that. And yeah, I guess now we have 14. Is that correct? Yeah, 14. So that was efficient. I wasn't expecting to declutter anything today. And maybe you could count these as double-ended. That one is also panned, one of those there. But I am simply not going to. I'm just counting this as one because with a lot of these, I can only use one side. Like this teal, I am just never going to use a teal on my eyes. You know what, maybe I should just once just to see what it's like when I'm not seeing people. But yeah, I'm just not going to use teal on my eyes. I'm not really going to use purple. So I'm just counting these as one each. So those are my eyeliners. And the final category in this inventory is lips. So we're gonna start with lip liners, and then we're going to do, I guess like lip glosses and all of the other things. I think my number of lip liners has increased this year because I got one this year as a present, and then like I specifically asked for it. Oh no, I just realized that I forgot a couple of eyeliners. That's my bad. These 2 are actually some of my favorite eyeliners. This green Pacifica one I use quite frequently. Well, I don't know if frequently as you can use a green eyeliner. It really gives me a look like no other. When I want a pop or to stand out, I use that. And then this red one, I love it. It's a nice formula from ColourPop. So yeah, I guess I actually have 16 eyeliners. Look at that. It's just so cool. It's like a shimmery red. I don't have anything else like it. I actually got it because, well, I'd been interested in a red or purple eyeliner for a while, but frankly, I needed to add like $10 to my ColourPop cart, which I don't advise, but I wanted to get free shipping. And I knew it was something that I had been thinking about getting for a while. If not this one, then just like a red eyeliner in general. So I'm glad, I'm really, really glad that I made that purchase. Okay, back to the eyeliners. So yes, some lip liners were decluttered to me this year, which I had not anticipated. Ooh, we are missing one, but I actually don't know where it is. I brought it with me to an event recently, so we will just count it in my head. But look how many NYX ones I have. They're almost all from NYX. They are just the best lip liners at the drugstore. So we've got some different formulas in here. So these suede ones, both of these are suede, and they're pretty similar in the shade actually. They're supposed to be like a more matte lip, but I actually just find them really challenging to like apply on the lips. The color is nice, but it's like really tuggy. Do you see? Like that's how I would apply a normal one, but the pigment just doesn't come off when I apply it normally. I really have to like press hard to have the pigment come off. But this is actually the one that I specifically asked for, so that's on me for not looking them up in advance, I guess. This is in Soft Spoken. This one is in Vintage. And this one is in Dark Soul. I've actually never used Dark Soul. This one was decluttered to me brand new. Oh, this is a lot creamier. That's nicer. But I do already have so many dark lip liners, as you can see, and I don't wear dark lips that frequently. So these two I actually like to use as eyeliner because I prefer this shade on my eyes to my lips. As I mentioned, I like a burgundy red eyeliner. Not purple, but burgundy. And then we've got a red one, of course, and then a black. This is in Blackberry. And then this one was decluttered to me. This is in Natural Rose from Annabelle. At first, I thought this was too pink for me, but now it is my go-to lip liner. This is always in my bag. It's a really nice pinky nude. And then this is one that I'm currently trying to Project Pan. This is from Kiko. It's not a great shade for me. That like dusty, rosy brown. Don't love that at all. Someone suggested using it as a contour. I haven't tried that yet, but I am kind of intrigued. What do you guys think? So yes, I have 3, 6, 9 lip liners, and then I also have one more from NYX that is like my perfect nude shade. It is apparently a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner, but I'm pretty sure the NYX one came out first. I've had it since like undergrad, at least like 2015. So those are my lip liners. When I see more nude shades of lip liners, I get really, really tempted to buy them because you can see most of these are dark. But until I use up some of these or declutter them, I don't think I should buy any more lip liners. So yes, I have 10 of those. Okay, we have moved on to lips. So we're gonna do this category by category. Let's start with the liquid lipsticks. I don't even know if this has changed since last year. Probably not, because I have been stubborn and not decluttered any of these. Okay, so my goal is 3, and when I last checked I had 9. Now I have 6, which is interesting. I don't think I decluttered any this year, so I don't know what would account for that. I don't think I panned any unless I recategorize them. So there's this Tarte one, which maybe I categorize this as a liquid lipstick. That's probably what happened, but that's still only 8, whereas there's supposed to be 9. So I'm not sure what the 9th one is, but we have this one from Stila. We've got 2 from ColourPop. Honestly, those might be expired. I should probably test those out, but I used to absolutely love this color. That is Viper. This one is my favorite, probably. This is in Soft Spoken. That is why I got the lip liner in Soft Spoken, because I love this shade so much. This one is Brooklyn Thorn. This one doesn't look like a weird color, but it kind of is. I don't know. It's like those Kiko lip products. They just make me look very like vampiric, like not in a good way. Can you see those are kind of similar colors? Well, it will be when it dries down. Like sickly, like goth, I don't know. And then these two very, very dark shades, which are entirely impractical and I almost never wear, but for the occasional video, these are great. Always make a real statement and get you guys talking in the comments about them because people either hate them or love them. And I kind of love that. And then this Tarte one, which I've almost never used because I just kept it in that box for so long. I need to get rid of that box so that I actually use it. But again, it's just too dark a shade for me, I think. I wish I hadn't gotten this shade. I really regret that. Ooh, I just remembered that I forgot 2 other products. Okay, folks, in the single eyeshadows, all the way back, I forgot about this Vesca shadow. This is one of my favorite single shadows. It's so nice. This is in Moonlit Dream, just a beautiful, sparkly, rosy color. It's so nice. Love this. I'm sorry I forgot you. And then these 2 products, I actually got them in a buns trade recently. These are both in the shade Birthday Suit. So I had this. I got the original birthday kit from Tarte, which included this, a little mini, and the Tarte blush in Party. And for whatever reason, when I made an order from Tarte, because I like those products so much and I wanted to like emulate it, I purchased different products. This, which is in the shade Rave, and I purchased the blush in Exposed, which, as I mentioned earlier, I don't like that shade. So I regret not doing that because since then I've just been trying to track down the original products, which are these. This is the correct shade, but the person I got them from, I think got them a long time ago, like as part of that birthday kit, and obviously these are not still good. So I just got them and I basically need to declutter them, which is unfortunate. But at least I can see like the difference in these products, the shades, why I obviously like the one that was a lighter, more nude shade better than this color. So yeah, regrets back in the day, because if I had that, then I would not have this product, which I never use, and I would not have had to get these products. So I kind of have 10, but these are probably going to be decluttered shortly. Let's talk about these 2 Misk products. Well, really 3. This is my single lip balm that I have left. I used to have so many lip balms, and now I only have this one, which I'm really happy about. So lip balm category 1. This is a sample. I need to commit to using this. This is from KBD. I loved one of the lip samples and I hated one of them. So this one could go either way. I don't know. But this I should put in my project pan for 2024 because that is the only way to actually use it up. And then this is the remainder of a lip product that I basically depotted in here. This was from Kiko. This is again along the lines of those like kind of purpley, dusty shades that I just never reach for. So I'm trying to finish this up now as a lip balm, but it's slow going, let me tell you. And then let's move on to these ones. So those are lipsticks. Oh, you know what? Was this categorized as a liquid lipstick? Probably not. I don't know. These are the Misk things. Okay, these are like the remaining. Those are the bullet lipsticks. But we've got this one from Lancome. I rarely reach for this one. I don't know why. I think because it's kind of like a weird... It's always upside down from what I expect, but it's a nice shade. It's a little too pinky for me. It'd be nice if it was more of a nude, but it's nice. Then we've got my one remaining hot pink lip product. I think this is from L'Oreal. It's a cool product, even though it's hot pink. I don't know, something about this, I still like it. Then we've got this Kiko one, which is in my lipstick project pan for 2023. This NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, which will never die somehow. This is probably the product that I've used the most number of times in my collection, and it's still kicking. Then we've got 2 of these Revlon lip polishes. One is matte, one is vinyl, so basically more, can't think of the word, like satin, I guess, sticky. I like these, but it's just, I don't wear dark lip products as much. And then this is sort of the same line, but you can really sheer this out, as you can see. So this works nicely with any lip balm. You can use as much or as little as you want. Then we've got 2 Revlon lip butters. I am going to try to pan both of those in 2024 because I have had luck with panning another one this year. This lip gloss from La Senza, which don't ask me why I still have this. I don't know. And then this NARS Lippy. I should also try to pan this one, but I've really been trying to work on a lot of red lip and cheek products lately, and it's challenging because it's quite bold. This had another one. Remember, there was 2. I don't know where the other one went. No clue. There's a couple products that are missing. I have like a Stila lip gloss also. Not sure where that is right now. But we are coming to the end here. Can you tell? I have been filming for 3.5 hours now and kind of coming to the end of my rope, to be honest. But these are the products that I keep in here. Let's start with the MAC ones. So I have these 3 in Patisserie, Ruby Woo, and Antique Velvet. Got a dark, a red, and a pink. You can tell which one I have gotten the most use out of and which one I have not. I mean, it makes sense based on the shades. But I do like all of these. And part of the reason I don't want to pan this one, even though I've used up a lot of it, is because I love having 3. Like, it just looks so nice in that little plastic container. These 2 are my fanciest lipsticks. This is my single Charlotte Tilbury product. I love it. This is my go-to on nice occasions. This is the YSL Rock and Shine. I don't know if that's the shade. I don't really use this very much because it's like a weird red on me. I don't find it suits my skin tone that much. And it's also got like strange sparkles, but it's just too beautiful to ever declutter. And I know these are really big on TikTok. I don't know if it's these exact ones, but like this type of packaging from YSL, I see these lipsticks all over TikTok. This one is from KVD. It's also stunning. It's in the shade Russet. This was decluttered to me by my friend, and it is dark, but it's just such a nice lipstick that I can't declutter it. And I love the formula of KVD lipsticks. This is more of a brown than a purple, so it does stand out a bit. This one is almost done. I will have this done by the end of December. Don't you worry. I am using this on my lips and my cheeks almost every day. This is Bite Chai. We've got 2 Revlon lipsticks. This one is Red Rules the World, and I actually got it engraved with my name. I just have so many red lipsticks. I don't wear red enough to justify it, to be honest. And this one is Black Cherry. This was a massive hit back in the day. It looks super dark and vampy, but it is very sheer. You can really sheer this out with your finger and just make it more of like a light purple. This used to be a cult classic. And this one I was actually gifted recently at the Taylor Swift 1989. I went to a listening party, like a, Taylor Swift party with my friend, and she gave everyone like friendship bracelets and little sets, including this lipstick. It's just like a basic red. It's called Cherry Frost. And I mean, I don't need another red lipstick, but it was such a nice touch to include one of these for everyone that, I don't know, I have not been able to declutter it as of yet. Oh my goodness. And then the last thing I'll just throw in there, this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This is the only setting spray I have in my collection. Okay, I probably forgot something, but that is it. Those are all of the lip products in my collection, and those are actually all of the products in my whole collection. Over the course of 2 videos, I've showed you everything. This video, I think, is going to be a lot longer than the first one. That's just kind of how it works out. I just have so many lip products, you know? It takes a long time to go through all of them. But thank you so much for watching, and let's skip to the outro now. And that is it. That is my entire makeup collection. You have now seen everything. Well, as I mentioned, I am missing a couple of products. Who knows if those will ever show up, but this is everything. I don't know the total numbers while I'm recording right now, but hopefully I will be organized enough that while I am editing, I am tracking those numbers and I will be able to put a total number here. Keep in mind that I'm filming this, it's like the last 2 days of November right now, and there are a couple of products that I'm planning to get rid of by the end of the year, or I'm hoping to pan by the end of the year. But at this moment, this is my collection. I'm counting things even if they are very close to being done. So yeah, that's it. I'm hoping, I think last year my collection had somewhere around 180 items. And the year before that, I think it was like over 200, 220, if I'm remembering correctly. And so I'm really hoping to be somewhere around the 150 to 160 mark. Fingers crossed, we will see. But yeah, this is always a huge undertaking. It takes so long to film my whole collection and edit this together. I am not looking forward to editing the videos, but I still feel like it's really worthwhile for you because people ask to see these types of videos, but also for myself. If I didn't do these videos, I absolutely would not count and track how many products I have in my collection. I just wouldn't do it because it would take as long as it took to film this video, essentially. It's such an undertaking. So you are holding me accountable and I'm happy about it. And this way I get to find out if my collection is indeed getting smaller year by year. So thanks so much for watching, and let me know how your makeup collections are doing this year, and I will speak to you next week.